Thank you for watching ccpoe.tv, a service of Cullman County Schools. Now, live from Wallace State College in Huntsville, this is the Cullman County Basketball Tournament.
For the JV girls matchup between Fairview and Holly Pond. I am joined tonight with Adam McKinnon from Cold Springs, Bob Cuz from Holly Pond, and Nate Ayers from Holly Pond. Welcome aboard, guys.
Good afternoon, Danny. How you doing?
Doing good, man. We've got a great game on our hands. We've got 3 Broncos here and 1 Eagle, so no Aggies affiliated with this game on the broadcast except for myself as an alumni, I guess. And we will get this game tipped and get started.
Seventh grader Sadie Nail winning the tip there.
And a quick turnover by the Broncos. And Fairview will bring it up. This is a 4-5 matchup, I believe. Yes, it is. Couple of quick cuts by Fairview there.
Got her.
And a quick steal. 7th grader with a left-hand finish. That's Millie McBee. And gets on the board for the Broncos.
So Holly Pond starting the game here in the man-to-man, looking real sound defensively.
Yeah, and I know, Mr. Cuz, you've taught some of these girls, your time during Holly Pond. And Nate, I know that you haven't had any. Well, you do have some of these, as I was thinking of my 2 in the middle school, but some of these girls are your current students. So tell us a little bit about the Bronco girls out here.
Well, it looks like Jaden, Blakely, and Madeline are all high schoolers. So we've got 3 sophomores, or actually 2 sophomores and a freshman. Really good kids, hard-working kids. Blakely actually got her mock ACT results in today, and she had the highest sophomore composite. I think she had a 27 or a 28.
Oh, wow.
And the highest overall English in the whole school. And I think she was either a 29 or a 30.
Oh, wow.
So she can play and she's book smart.
Now, Bob, was that the case when she was in your class? Was Blakely?
Oh, yes. Very smart, good athlete. She ran cross country with us for about 3 years.
Okay.
It's number 1 Brooklyn Merriman getting 1 of 2 free throws to fall on the other end.
Blakely with the ball, kicks to 7th grade Sadie Nail. Back to 7th grade Millie McBee. Missed, rebound. That's 5 Macy Gregory. And I believe she has a twin on the floor, which is Mally, number 10. Yeah, 5 and 10.
Those are both Nathan's kids, right?
Okay.
Yeah.
And there's one of them there. Throws the 3 up after she hits it. And that's Mally Gregory.
Long 3-pointer, Fairview, and a 1-2-2.
A little bit 3/4 court pressure here.
Sadie and Millie really look for each other well for the Broncos.
When Sadie's kind of been the hub down there, every time down the court it's went through her.
Yeah, everything seems to go through her. Good rebound by 34. That's Ada Fells. She's a junior.
Jump ball possession will go to the Aggies.
It's crazy when you start to watch some of these kids and you hear the last names. It's, you start putting together pieces and wonder if that's, which Fells that was.
Yeah.
That is.
Yeah. There's a turnover by Mally Gregory. And no pressure by the Aggies. High Pond will be able to walk it up. No, they're going to stay with that.
1-2-2.
1-2-2, yeah. Little 3/4. 4-2, Fairview leads, 4:17 remain. Got a backcourt there, Sadie.
She really needs to be on the other side of the half court. So
Yeah,
when
so she
throws
can't get
back,
that call.
Right.
Yeah, I think that's her positioning, but her teammate probably don't need to throw her the ball, just one step across half court either. Put you in a tough spot. I do like what Holly Pond's trying to do.
Madeline with the steal.
Good steal, but
Little
can't
hard in the
finish.
layup.
Nice offensive rebound there by Nell.
3 offensive rebounds, 4.
Holly Pond against the pressure and in the half court, trying to get the ball to the high post or the middle to Sadie Nell.
Everything goes through Sadie, it seems, and it seems to be working too.
Great shot by Jaden in the corner.
Yeah, other than the one backcourt, she's making real good decisions when she catches in the middle.
Yep.
They kind of utilize her the same way they do Ava on the varsity.
Yeah, it is very similar.
Again, Sadie Nell, Millie McBee, just 7th graders, both starting here for Holly Pond. They've been solid players for a long time.
Checking in for the Aggies, that is Emmy Walker, one of my former students at Parkside. So glad to see Emmy get on the floor.
Yeah, I noticed Fairview kind of has a short bench, which Holly Pond does as well, but I think one of Fairview's was actually a middle school player, and she missed the county tournament for middle school, so she's eligible to go ahead and dress for this one. Kinsley Redding, I believe is her name. She played middle school throughout the season.
Oh, really? But she missed the tournament?
She did. She was sick that week and missed the entire tournament, so. Lines up a deep 3 there.
Rebound by Sadie.
It's good ball movement by the Broncos.
Ada Fales comes up with another rebound there. Looks like we've got some young Aggies with some signs up above the bench out there.
That's a good play.
Brooklyn Merriman, freshman, gets her first points of the night.
Again, inside out from Nell.
Good rebound.
Quick jump call there. I don't know if y'all tuned in last night, but one of the refs keyed in on a carry call specifically against Kobe Payne. It was kind of an odd call throughout the night, but I think he got 5 turnovers off the same ref calling the same call.
Millie fouled on. She's going to the basket.
I believe he called that 3 or 4 times in a row.
It was almost like he was specifically picking on him at one point. I know you don't want to say officials doing that, but the Fairview coach had a legitimate argument.
And the thing was, he wasn't the only one doing it, but he was the one getting the call.
Yes, every time he touched it.
The tough thing is when you've got a game that's a 20-point game and that stuff starts to come out.
Yeah. Millie at the line. She missed her first, but she gets that one.
That ties the game at 6-all. About 1:50 left in the first quarter.
And Bob, you're the cross-country coach at Holly Pond, so what girls on the Bronco team do you have on your cross-country team?
The last remaining one is Jaden Pearsall. I said Blakely ran for a few years. He actually started the year with us and then decided to just focus on basketball.
Then you got Kinley Wood right on the bench.
Kinley
She's
Wood.
a middle schooler, but I I think she actually ran last night at the indoor
did.
track meet. Yeah.
Pretty neat deal the way they let them make that up.
Yeah, that was good. I saw where Daniel did really well.
Yep, he's up here behind us. He got mad at me this morning because I didn't say over the announcements.
You know, they have their indoor state championship next weekend.
Yeah, it's the second and third, but we won't know, who all qualified as far as times until this weekend.
There's the Reading girl you talked about, Adam, that getting played in the middle school tournament, checking in and getting some minutes now.
It's good defense.
Pearsall with the steal.
That inside out really works well for Holly Pond right now until Fairview sees that.
Great pass. Great extra pass. Good.
Nice
Really,
left
that
hand
left
finish
hand.
by McGee
Yeah.
there.
Millie's used that hand twice now on that layup earlier and then that post shot.
I feel like she's been finishing well with her left hand since about 3rd or 4th grade. So
That's exactly right.
Yeah. Now, she's the same age as your daughter, right?
that's
Adam?
correct.
So you've seen her play a few times.
Merriman shooting 2 for the Aggies, misses the first.
Yeah, it hasn't turned into a lot of points, but I am impressed with Holly Pond's offensive thought process, getting the ball to the high post and looking to kick to the corners.
Yeah, and as long as it's open, if you're Rachel, you've got to stay with it because they're getting so much out of it.
It's something that feels like it's difficult to get players to do is really look for the high post. Hey, it looks like Fairview's
Like
now
the
switched
attack.
to
Yeah, they
man-to-man
just caught
to,
it.
to try to combat that.
Yeah, and she'll have to make a change there unless she can get Sadie to front the top there. We'll have a timeout here. It's a 30 seconds. So we're going to stay on air, and Sadie Neal checks in for the Broncos. It's 8-6 here at Tom Drake Coliseum. 12.6 remain in the first quarter. Give a quick shout-out to Joe Harris. She says, "Go Aggies," longtime Aggie fan. Shout out to you, Joe.
One of the coldest bus rides I was ever on in my life was with Joe Harris.
Why were you on a bus?
Well, I just happened to be doing my residency, and I wanted to ride a bus through an area that was kind of a tough area. And she said, yeah, I'll be at the house at 6:15, and it was like 5 degrees. It was terrible. But we had fun. We got to come get that ball.
12.6. Fairview going to roll it up
Gotta
here.
come get that ball.
Yeah, you got to go out and get that a little bit. Giving them plenty of time. A nice cut, but a quick turnover. It's going to go jump ball and go to Holly Pine.
Yep.
So both teams switched defenses their most recent possession. Holly Pond went to a zone there. 3. McBee got it at the top.
Oh,
Little
nice
runner.
look.
Got it in.
Good shot by Millie McBee. That gives her her 7th point of the night, and she has 7 of the 10. And we're going to go to a quick commercial break to show you the guys that support Cullman County Schools. Wave at Chase. And we are back live, Tom Drake Coliseum. I'm joined with Dr. Nate Ayers, Mr. Bob Cuz, and Mr. Adam McKinnon from Cold Springs. We've got 3 Broncos and an Eagle up here, and we're going to bring you the rest of this action here as the first quarter came to an end and Holly Pond led 10-6 as we ended it. They're still going to go with that with Sadie up top, but it looks like Fairview got out of that man. They got him in the got out of the lane.
Not sure who they got. There were a couple of options right there. But.
Holly Pond goes no pressure, and they stay in that zone, which has gave Fairview a little bit of fits offensively. They haven't been able to get much going.
Unforced error there by Fairview.
Yeah. And there's Emmy Walker, the freshman, number 15, checking in for the Aggies. And she's going to give number 12, Oakland Gardner, a little bit of a break. Good look to Blakely, a good kick. The ball rotation for a JV team is solid for these girls.
The ball movement has been really impressive, really fun to watch.
And it's unusual to look over to the Holly Pond side and not see Coach Hartline sitting with the JV. I know she's back at home practicing for their game tomorrow, but it is odd to see her not over there with her team.
I didn't even realize she wasn't over there.
I thought about that earlier because I was surprised I hadn't heard her yet.
Yeah, she was very conflicted.
I bet. It's tough. Yeah, she'll be checking in. Adam, I guess when you left Cold Springs, Tammy had her girls working too, probably.
Yes, they.
Or senior
they
night,
actually have a game tonight. They have an area tournament matchup with Cleveland and senior night
Team with a putback
tonight. Makeup game from last week.
Yeah. That bucket brings it 8-10. Bronco lead. Nice tip pass by Macy Gregory. And both of these rosters are slim when you talk about numbers. You've got 7 on each roster, is that right? Yeah, 7. Dress out 7.
That's kind of a trend I've noticed that a lot of county games this year is JV girls specifically just not having
a ton
rosters. Hansville doesn't have one
no.
at all. And then
Vinemont, I don't believe Vinemont has a JV girls.
Vinemont did not have one. These two teams have 7. Cold Springs dressed a lot of middle school kids after their season ended.
Yeah.
And obviously they can't play in the tournament.
Yeah.
So.
Well, it appears both of these did the same when you look at their benches and you see the young girls that are in the street clothes. Fairview's got 4 over there, it looks like, that are, 6. I'm not sure if they're all middle schoolers. And then I know on our side over here at Holly Pond, there's 5 girls that played, big roles in the middle school that aren't dressed or aren't able to dress due to playing in the county tournament already.
I tell you, Danny, you mentioned a while ago, but the chemistry between Nell and McBee is very evident.
Yeah, you can tell they've played together a few times.
That time Sadie called it short corner, and Millie McBee was kind of flashing down the middle of the lane, and very nice pass. Got her to the line.
Very bright future at Holly Pond for girls basketball and girls athletics in general. There's an abundance of girls talent. I know you see that in the hallways every day, Nate, and I do in the middle school too.
Well, it's just so fun to watch them develop. And, this group of coaches, girls coaches, is so special too. With Adrian and Mary Lauren and now Dylan Young taking softball, it's so hard. And you've got Bob and Bridget and Jay that coach boys and girls. But when you've got good people coaching kids that are driven, it really makes a difference.
Yeah. And, I don't want to attest, I can't attest for other schools, but at Holly Pond we do have a very, very solid coaching staff. It seems from the ground up right now and in all aspects. And talking about Mary Lauren and how she's kind of investing in the youth programs and getting things going from 3rd grade all the way up to our seniors is huge for our future.
Yeah, I agree.
We talk about Millie and Sadie just being 7th graders. Still in middle school, but both of them have actually logged minutes on the varsity team this year.
I was looking at the stats. Millie's logged some points already.
She's
already got some points for her varsity career.
Yeah, she got to play here on Thanksgiving morning, actually the day after Thanksgiving, and that was her first varsity minutes against Addison. And she really played well against Decatur Heritage the other night when Maddie Butts was out. She had a procedure, and she came in and was aggressive and played well. I think she was a double-digit scorer that night against West End the other night.
That's big.
She had 15 or 16, so she played really well.
Yeah, that's big. That's Ada Fales using a little bit of her leadership and being one of the older players on the floor, getting up and getting that bucket for Fairview that brings them within one.
Fairview went back to the half-court kind of trap there, and same thing from Holly Pond. Good high post look and a kick for an open three. Just couldn't get it to go.
Had a little bit of a dump down with a high-low look right there, and they missed it. I think Rachel will probably make sure they know that's there next time.
Yeah.
That's kind of what we haven't seen. We've seen the high post and kick to the corner, but they really haven't looked down low on it much. Nice three-point shot there by number 1, Brooklyn Merriman.
Brooklyn Merriman. And is that her? Is that their first lead of the night, Bob?
It is.
That's
it
what
is.
I was thinking.
That's her second three-pointer.
Brooklyn now has 8.
And we have had good ball movement this quarter. We've actually had some pretty good looks, but we have not hit a field goal yet this quarter.
Yeah, they've struggled. They've got the looks. Nothing's changed really from the first quarter except getting the shots to fall.
Now, correct me if I'm wrong, but is this not a rematch of last year's county championship game?
I think you're right. I know that Holly Pond JV girls did win county last year, but I think it was against this team. So
nice offensive rebound.
Sadie just didn't finish.
Yeah, and that's that youth in Sadie there rushing that putback.
Yeah, and y'all were talking about Holly Pond's youth and kind of their program, and Fairview has a similar situation. They've won 3 straight middle school county championships. They have some pretty good continuity with their coaching staff, as their JV and middle school coaches are both sitting over there, as well as the varsity coach.
Yeah, and if you look at their lineup, they're very young. You go freshman, 8th grader, freshman, 8th grader, freshman, junior. So a lot of youth here too for them. Millie with the rebound and looks to push it. It's a 2-on-2. Splits the defenders and finishes well. Great job by Millie McBee. And is that their first or second field goal? Because they just scored, correct? Yep.
I think that's going to get Coach Daniel to take a timeout. Not real happy that they didn't stop the ball there.
No, it's a full timeout. And we are going to go to a quick commercial break.
We're going to hit the C.
Welcome to Johnny's Barbecue. Johnny's has been family owned since 1963 and making barbecue locally since 1949. Over the years, we've learned a lot about smoking the most flavorful barbecue, including pork, chicken, and ribs. Our service is fast and friendly, so come on in and take time to savor our tender pulled pork covered in homemade Johnny's barbecue sauce. Experience firsthand why Johnny's Barbecue is one of the best barbecue restaurants in the Southeast. Whether you're hungry for pork, ribs, chicken, catfish, or one of our enormous stuffed baked potatoes, our menu will satisfy your entire family. Inducted into the Alabama Barbecue Hall of Fame in 2015, Johnny's legacy continues on. Johnny's offers catering for all your events and gatherings. Johnny's is open Tuesday through Saturday from 10 a.m. to 9 p.m. Johnny's Barbecue, bulldog slapping good.
And one.
Yeah.
Great move by Millie, and that gives her her 11th point of the night and a chance to have 12 of the 18 or the 19 if she hits it.
So
talking
strong
about Mary
with her
Lauren not
left
being on
hand.
the bench. She walked up right as Millie got that steal.
So
Yeah.
Coach Hartline did make it?
Yes.
Millie misses the free throw, and there's
nobody
a
there.
bad turnover. Still, or Hill, rather. Ball with 12, she looks to pass. Millie with the steal. She's looking, got numbers, Blakely behind the back, accidental. Ball's on the floor. It's a Gregory with the ball, but it's a jump, and it's going to go back to the Aggies.
You mentioned earlier my daughter being the same age as Millie and Sadie.
Yeah.
Since 4th grade, I feel like Millie has been faster than everybody else, and she can finish with her right and her left hand. Generally speaking, on defense, she can just get out there and gamble because Sadie's standing behind her. So it's not like
that little bit of
another steal right there.
Another nice left-handed finish.
13 now.
Yeah, that's Millie's 13th basket, and that's the 4th time she's used her left hand.
You know, it's not like other kids in 7th grade are just going to shoot layups with Sadie standing at the basket.
So after falling behind for the first time at 13-11, the Broncos on a 9-0 run.
Yeah, that's big. That's definitely what Coach Doherty wants to see from her girls. And Cabry Redding checks out, and one of the Gregory sisters, that's Macy, checks in for the Lady Aggies. A quick foul.
We're going to have a foul call.
Riley Talbert with the foul.
Riley Talbert, yep.
Got a little bit of a lane there for the Aggies, and she throws it up, and it goes in. That is number 1, Brooklyn Merriman, who, you know, she's having a pretty good game for Fairview, too. That is her 10th point of their 15.
Oh, great shot by Madeline Hill.
Yeah, I think that may be Hill's first time to score, but I've been impressed with some small things that she's been doing.
Yeah, Hill moves really well. She's got a similarity to Millie in the way that she handles the ball, and she's got probably a quicker first step. Her first step is really, really, really solid.
Oh, I thought she was going to line another one up. Maybe she should have.
She should have took that probably.
Good strong move by one Merriman.
Adam, Bob, Nate, what are y'all's thoughts on the new foul, the 5 fouls? We talked about it last night. Todd Johnson was not a fan. I really am not either.
I'm not.
And our biggest argument was that it kind of rewards the aggressor. That was a good way Todd put it, since it resets every quarter. Adam, do you like that?
I'm kind of indifferent on it through 1 year. I just, you know, it's changed the game some, but I haven't really thought that it made a huge difference one way or the other. I don't necessarily agree with the reasoning. When they changed it, they said it was supposed to help the flow of the game, and I'm not sure it's done that at all.
I don't think it's changed that at all.
No, it's actually made it worse at the end. We've had a couple of games where, you know, the games were tied at the end of the game, and, you know, we would have been at, say, 6 fouls, and you give 1 foul and you put them on the line for 1 and 1. Well, that 6th foul now turns into we got to get to 11 at that point in time. So, you know, there's a couple of games that it's really impacted, made it ugly. And when I say ugly, I mean sloppy at the end. But, you know, for the most part, I'm with you, Adam. It doesn't matter to me.
You know, this is NBA is 5 fouls per quarter, but they get down in the last 2 minutes. You know, it's 2. So if you don't have any going to that, you don't have to foul 5 times to put somebody on the line.
That's maybe something they want to adopt, because I've seen teams have to foul.
Sure.
And they can change that early and foul early. We've, you know, Holly Pond's boys have done that a couple of times, fouled really early in the 4th.
Yeah.
That's Sadie Nell's first foul, I believe. Yes.
So other than a small run by Fairview there early in the 2nd quarter, Holly Pond's kind of controlled the tempo and kind of controlled the game.
Yeah. When they got down early, like Bob said, they got on that 9-0 run and really made a comeback there, and they lead by 8 now with 18 seconds remaining and with the ball to try to go for a last shot. But it's going to stay here. 15-point run remain in the 2nd quarter.
almost had a turnover there, and it's not coincidental that there was nobody at the high post. They were trying to.
There's a good look there. Sadie, she's looking well right there for the kick out.
See that right there? That's
a
little bit of contact, no call. Get one there.
2 seconds left, and a bad foul if you're Fairview.
I like that from Madeline Hill right there. You know, the extra pass finds you, and they have a bad closeout. You drive baseline, and
she was
it
patient
just opens
because
up
after
a lot
hitting
of
that three, a lot of youth says shoot another one, you know, and she didn't. She was patient there.
And she's done that several times where she'll drive to the baseline, no intention of shooting, and they come out, drop on her, and it opens the middle up.
Sadie misses the first and leaves the second one short, too. Fails with the rebound, and that's going to bring us into halftime. Holly Pond leads 23-15. We'll be back soon for your second half and a little bit of a halftime talk before these two teams take back on the court. The next game will be the JV boys, Holly Pond versus West Point. We are headed to commercial. We'll see you soon.
Robert Adderholt has always been a fighter for the 4th District in Alabama. Some politicians seem to only want to get on TV and talk and talk. Robert chooses to do the hard work of fighting for you in Congress over sitting in a TV studio. It's why President Donald Trump gave Robert his full and total endorsement in the March 5th primary. And I agree with President Trump. We need more people like Robert in D.C.
I'm Robert Adderholt, and I approve this message.
Paid for by Adderholt for Congress.
Better is not just a word, it's a vision. And our vision is clear and focused on you. We're helping you get better by being better every day, by seeing what's possible and making it a reality. Investing in facilities because we are fully invested in you. Updating our technology for the better and welcoming exceptional new physicians to our team. Because you get better when we get better.
At Mitch Smith Chevrolet, you can expect to be treated like family, whether purchasing a new or used car, having yours serviced, or getting damage repaired at the Collision Center. Our excellent parts department quickly supplies parts and accessories for service and repairs, and to customers over the counter. Make the switch to Mitch. Mitch Smith Chevrolet.
At Mitch Smith Chevrolet, what's not to love?
One might be tempted to say, "Excuse me, Mr. Grill Man, there appears to be a little extra burger on my burger." You're dang right there is. Everybody goes to Milo's.
Hi, this is Stephen McRae with First National Bank. First National Bank is an independent community bank. Being independent allows us to be innovative, to adapt, and respond quickly and efficiently to your financial needs. We know the needs of this area. Our interest and loyalty are to the people who live and work here. They are more than names and faces. They are friends and neighbors. Together, we're making communities great.
And we are back live here at Tom Drake Coliseum for the 75th annual Cullman County Basketball Tournament.
75 years.
Yeah, okay, if you can tell me who won the first, any of y'all, and you might have listened last night. Ty already knows. If you can tell me who won the first ever Cullman County Basketball Tournament in 1949, I'll buy you a hot dog.
I'm going to say Dowling.
Okay. We got Dowling. Bob, you probably listened last night.
No, I didn't hear it. Logan.
All right, what you got, Adam?
I'm going to go with.
Don't be a homer.
Yeah, it was Tammy West. Ty, you can't guess.
Ty seems excited. I'm going to say Hansville.
Not the Dogs. Tell him, Ty.
St. Bernard. I knew it couldn't be a current school.
It was St. Bernard and 49, and the coach was Friar Matthew.
That's impressive.
Yeah. Friar Matthew got the first win, and then St. Bernard either never came back or never won again.
Interesting, useless fact there. Probably a couple years before that.
I do know first ever Joe Schultz Award winner was from Cold Springs.
The first what now?
Joe Schultz Award, Cold Springs.
The first Joe Schultz winner
Elton
was
Heyman.
Cold Spring. Who was it?
Or Barry Johnson.
It was Barry Johnson, yeah.
Barry Johnson.
78.
Old Barry.
So it looks like we kicked Cullman out in 1954.
You know, if you let St. Bernard back in, we'd have an even 8 teams.
That's
Get
true.
rid of all the
Yeah,
buys.
That's true.
I'll tell you, I don't know what's more impressive, the game or our two ladies on the camera sprinting around the court with 30 seconds left.
And they can't hear us, so we can talk about them as bad
Okay,
as we
maybe
want to.
one was hustling.
Yeah, I was going to say, Courtney had a little pep in her
Anna
step.
doesn't even have
Anna's-
a brisk pace.
She's not going to crease her.
You like how I
Nike
use
Pandas.
pace right there? She didn't have a brisk pace.
Anna said, I'll get there when I get there.
That was punny.
Good job, Anna. We appreciate our camera, ladies and guys. We've got Chase Nelson running the middle. He was eating. He hasn't made it back to his post yet. And then Anna Pace.
He's
Courtney
playing
Marks.
hide and seek right now, and he's winning.
Ty and Chris over here for bringing us all the. And that's his friend Bird and our guy Bird. Just like the ones that fly in the sky. So we're back to the action. Sadie Nail gets a quick foul drawn, and she's headed to the line.
Pretty good adjustment there. They moved Sadie from high to low, and Fairview didn't adjust early.
If I'm Fairview's coach, I probably addressed my halftime about how to defend that high post and things like that. Rachel might have countered that a little bit. And Fales now has 3 fouls, and so she's going to take an early exit the second half.
Yeah, it's real common for teams that play zone to kind of spread out, and that high post is generally open. That was always one of the hardest things for me as a coach, is to get players to throw it to the elbow and play from there.
Yeah, and
we'll get a moving screen there.
I didn't catch what
called
Coach
that
Rotary came back out defensively in.
Kind of used her hip there as Madeline was trying to come around.
Yeah, Holly Pond playing the man. It's been Fairview's kind of go-to is to try to run that high pick and play off
down
that.
low. Again. Oh, she doesn't finish, and Baggett gets the
Blakely with a good rebound.
Kick to Hill, three-pointer, got it.
Deep three by Hill there.
Her third three of the game.
That's her
about a foot behind the white line.
And a timeout early.
Get a 30-second timeout by Fairview.
Yeah, Jeff Daniels got to get a hold of his team here before it gets a little more out of hand. It's not necessarily bad, but 12 points to JV girls is a big amount.
It's a lot when you've only got 27 total.
Yeah, and that's the lead. When you only got 15 total and you're down 12.
Well, I wasn't going to say that. We've all been there.
Coach Hartline texted me and said she was glad I had friends today. So didn't have any yesterday, but I got plenty today.
She just spreads that term friends around lightly, don't she?
Yeah, that's right. Those are acquaintances.
I'm glad she's sitting up there relaxing a little bit. She needs to do that.
Yeah, she needs a little relax. She stays tight when it gets game week.
Not at all.
Good drive there by Merriman. She misses. Rebound, Pearsall. Blakely's going to bring it up. Looks to Millie. Thought Hill was going to pull another one. Hill actually seems better from the perimeter than that, deep two.
That's a good shot.
Oakland Gardner for the three.
Yeah, Gardner, and I think is her
She's a
dad
middle schooler, right?
Good steal by Gregory.
She is an 8th grader. Actually, Joe Harris had texted me a few of the middle school girls. She said all the ones on the bench were middle schools. One's Coach Cobb's, the middle school coach daughter. One of them was Coach Daniel's daughter.
Yeah, those three on the far right are all 7th graders as
wow.
well. They're not just middle schoolers. They're
A lot
all
of ball
7th graders.
movement.
And, while we're talking about young teams, last night, Hansville's girls are going to be a handful.
Yeah, their varsity team's very young.
Yes.
They were really fun to watch last year when I was in Atala. The girl that's a freshman now, they brought her up at the end of their season. She's special.
Yeah, they're good.
And they're scrappy.
They had one senior, no juniors, and then just a plethora of 10th and 9th graders. I think they even had a 8th grader in there.
Nice offensive rebound by Redding. Can't get the put back to go.
They are letting them play.
Yeah, they are doing that. And last night, the 3-man crew for the first game was the 3-man crew for the last game. They called all 4.
Great shot. That's her fourth.
Yeah, that is her 4th 3. Hey,
Again,
Adam,
that's Hill hitting the 3, but Nail catches short corner and looks opposite. That's just good basketball.
Adam, how many did Ella Brewer have last night?
She had 18. Tammy told me today she went 6 for 12 from the 3-point line. So
pretty solid.
That's a good pass.
No look. Got it.
Oakland Gardner. Her second three of the quarter.
Good look. Sadie Nail for 2.
That's a good touch by Sadie in the short corner.
Yeah, good look by Blakely there to get it to her.
Yeah, Nail's been finding an open man. She says, well, y'all back up. I'll just catch and shoot, and that's fine too.
Yeah, Nell and Millie don't play like your average 7th grader, the way they see things and process the game. And Sadie's gotten even more, polished throughout the year on that. But Sadie's got a pretty good mentor in Maggie, her sister on the varsity.
Jaden with a steal. Millie follows her shot. Hard foul.
Riley Eccles at the scores table to check in. I'm sorry, Riley Tolbert.
Yeah, Sadie got the height that Maggie did.
Yeah.
That's right.
Maggie's been playing pretty well the last few games for the varsity. Tolbert checks in, Pearsall checks out, and a Gregory swaps for a Gregory on the Aggies.
Yeah, we're talking about Coach Hartline being intense and stressed on game week. I went for some youth basketball to Holly Pond a few weeks ago, and she looked pretty stressed and pretty focused as a fan doing that, watching her kids play.
Looking back at these stats, I know she won the Bill Shelton Award, and that would have been in '04, so it's actually been 20 years since she won the Bill Shelton Award.
She could play.
And her team won the county tournament that year, too.
I've told this story before. She was a year younger than me. She would come up to Engle Park and play pickup ball with the men, and I always wanted her on my team, and we usually won.
That's pretty good. McBee looks to Hill.
Oh, nice pass.
What a
pass.
look. And almost finishes that. As the game went on, my stats have become more and more inaccurate. But I think McBee now has 14, I believe.
No, by the time the varsity girls, Holly Pond girls, take the court tomorrow night, because of the weather we've had, it'll be 1 day short of 2 weeks since the last time they played.
And we noticed that more with varsity last night. The girls, you didn't really see a ton. The Cold Springs came out a little unpolished to start with, but now Vinemont seemed sluggish the entire game.
Yeah. Oh, nice steal by
Millie
McBee.
with another steal.
Good finish by McBee. She's a good kid, too. You know,
Yep.
works hard in the classroom, does what she's supposed to do.
Great defense by Madeline Hill right there.
We've mentioned McBee and Nell being 7th graders, but I really like Madeline Hill, just a freshman also.
Yeah.
Coach Hartline has a lot to look forward to, I feel like, with some young players.
Yeah, she does.
Here.
I tell you what was fun to watch. Great pass by Blakely.
Oh, back to Hill, three-pointer.
Madeline
Got
for
it.
number
Bang.
5.
Madeline with 5. It's
That's a
nasty.
heat check.
Yeah.
Somebody better cover that one.
She's the 3rd player off of this team that has spent some time on varsity this year.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. This summer, watching all the teams go together, and they all competed. We went to Brewer and played 4 or 5 games in one day, and I got to watch the last 3, and you couldn't tell who was varsity and who was JV.
That's really good for the coaching staff at Holly Pond.
Yeah, and considering we have 5 seniors to go with that,
yeah,
that says a lot.
It is. There's Mr. Sims. Got him a pizza and a Coke.
Yeah, McBee and Nell both, we've talked about their kind of thought processes and how they're mentally playing the game well, but they don't look like 7th graders physically either. They're both kind of long, athletic-looking kids.
Well,
They've
and the
gotten the
neat
weight room a lot.
thing, they do hit the weights, but they both have played high-level, independent type ball to get to this point. And Sadie's was not basketball; hers was softball. She doesn't play softball anymore, but she was an elite-level softball player until she started playing volleyball. So now, her and Millie are basketball and volleyball players, and Millie has really played high-level basketball.
Yeah. And both have good sets of parents that expect,
no doubt.
Them to do the right thing, them to work hard. I know last time that this game was played in the regular season, Lori Baggett told me that it was Holly Pond 41 and Fairview 14.
Wow.
When they played at Fairview, but it's beginning to trend more that way now.
Normally with the 4 or 5 matchup, you expect it to be a little bit closer.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, that free throw broke a 10-0 run I looked up and Fairview was down 9 and they were kind of hanging, and then all of a sudden they're down 19.
Great ball movement to break that press.
Callie Golden misses that. I think she got really hot against Fairview last time.
Good soft touch by McBee.
Great shot by Millie.
I've got her
Leads
with 19.
up to 20.
Millie has 19 and Hill has 15. Good cut. Good rebound by Redding. Draws the foul and goes to the line.
My wonder in here would be if Mr. Sims let Titus eat, because it looks like he's got food and he's making Titus sit there without any.
He found the most random spot, too. He went as high as he could go. Redding gets the first. Or did she get the first? It was 22, right?
Yeah, she did.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Making sure. And gets the second. Smooth shot by Redding.
It's 2 good-looking shots.
Yeah. That brings it to 18. Bronco lead.
Fairview's trying to extend pressure, but Holly Pine,
a
little bit of ball movement, middle, then kick for a wide open 3. Number 32, Callie Golden.
She comes in and gets a quick 3. Tip shot, Redding, nice rebound and finish.
That was a great cut.
And that is the end of the third. The Broncos lead 45-26, and check out the sponsors that support Cullman County Schools.
Better is not just a word, it's a vision. And our vision is clear and focused on you. We're helping you get better by being better every day, by seeing what's possible and making it a reality. Investing in facilities because we are fully invested in you. Updating our technology for the better and welcoming exceptional new physicians to our team. Because you get better when we get better.
Welcome back to CCBOE TV, brought to you by myself, Bob Cuz, Adam McKenna, and Nate Ayers. Good luck. Back to Hill.
Good range.
Pop. .633 remains in the fourth, and we have a JV boys game on tap next. Pearsall dribbles up.
Got to have better pass than that.
Sometimes young players panic when they've picked up their dribble out there, when in all honesty a 5-second call would be better than just tossing it to Fairview.
Just trying to find the bracket here. I'm not sure who the winner of this game will even get. You know,
I think the winner of this game will play Good Hope.
Okay. Yeah, because Good Hope's already sitting. They're the 1 seed.
Good Hope's JV girls were the 1 seed.
I like that Friday night 6:15 varsity boys matchup, Fairview versus Good Hope. I think that one's going to be really special.
I think that was Good Hope's only varsity boys county loss this season was to Fairview.
Fairview had a lot of energy last night.
Great
nice pass
by Blakely.
Yeah, we've talked at length about some of the other players, but number one, Blakely Baggett just seems to always be in the right spot, and she's making good decisions with the basketball.
Yeah, she's had a solid game. Rebound Baggett.
Great hustle play by Jaden saving that ball.
Hill looks back to Pearsall. She goes to Golden. Golden's got an open look. Got a
Nice shot.
Golden's a great
shot,
shooter.
Kelly.
A great spot-up shooter at that.
Holly Pond went to the bench a little bit, but the ball movement didn't change. It's still really good.
Yeah, McBee's not on the floor for the first time all game.
The lead up to 22 now.
And lots of threes. You know, Hill has 5. Pearsall has 1. Callie Golden has 2. Tip ball, rebound 12. That's Oakland Gardner, and she gets it back up. Gets it to 20.
Oakland Gardner's had a solid second half.
She's played a great game.
Yeah, she has played good.
Great
Good
cut,
cut.
great pass.
Nice
good
pass.
extra pass.
Unselfish. Unselfish.
That's good basketball right there, boys.
Yeah, you don't see that very often with young girls. Deep 3, short, rebound Golden. Golden looking for a guard and draws a foul. (50-28). Holly Pond leads, 4:32 to go. Golden wide open shot. A little off balance, misses that.
Jump ball.
Possession stays with Holly Pond.
I don't know that this is official, but I'm pretty sure on Madeline's 5 threes, I think she's 5 out of 6 or 5 out of 7. I don't think she's missed
She's
many.
passed up a lot, so I don't see her missing many.
Jaden, another hustle play.
Not the foul you want there from Pearsall.
No, those are frustrating as a coach.
Yeah.
You brag on her, and then she gets a cheap one.
Amy Walker checks in and gets fouls out. Fairview not in very urgent mode. They walk it up down 22, and if you're Coach Daniels here, you just want to continue to compete, and this usually ends your JV season.
Yeah, just find a way to get better in the last 3 minutes right here.
Yeah, worked a lot this year to get better, and you don't want to see anybody quit. You want to continue to make progress to work on for next year and for the varsity level. Adam, you coached JV for how many years?
10, I guess.
Bob, did you do JV as well?
I did.
You have, Bob, you have how many JV county championships?
Made it to the championship game 3 times, won
Okay.
championship.
Adam?
Lost to Scott Brown twice and beat Fairview.
Dadgum Scott Brown.
Adam, you got it. Do you have more than that on the JV side? Or?
I do not. I've always said, at a smaller school, the JV is more developmental than it is.
Yeah, you're right.
Oh, I like
at a lot of
that.
schools.
Good stance. I like it.
And I was going to mention that. You was talking about Fairview still playing hard. You would assume this is none of those girls' last basketball game ever. They're not seniors.
Yeah.
So you've got something to look forward to and try to get better for.
Yeah, some of them may make their way up for varsity, a little bit of experience going into area. I know Fairview has a tough area. Scottsboro, Areb, and Gunnersville.
That is a very tough
it's
area.
a brutal one. I think Areb, they played for the state championship last year.
They did.
Good backdoor cut.
Hill.
Foul.
Cheap one. 3:12 remain. Holly Pond leads by 22, and they're going to get back in a half-court set.
That's good defense right there.
Good defense, and they didn't even have a 5-second call going.
Yeah.
I like the thought process from Merriman there to try to hit that back door since the defender's head was turned, but her and her teammate couldn't get on the same page.
Be strong, Blakely.
It's going to stay with the Broncos.
Aflac calling in.
There's a duck here. Timeout, Rachel Portery. And Holly Pond gets a full as they lead 50-28. We are going to go to a commercial break.
At Mitch Smith Chevrolet, you can expect to be treated like family whether purchasing a new or used car, having yours serviced, or getting damage repaired at the Collision Center. Our excellent parts department quickly supplies parts and accessories for service and repairs and to customers over the counter. Make the switch to Mitch. Mitch Smith Chevrolet.
At Mitch Smith Chevrolet, what's not to love?
And we are back live here at Tom Drake Coliseum. We were talking about the incredible venue here at Wallace State and how fortunate Cullman County Schools is to get to play here. And, you know, not a lot of county systems have a facility like this inside their county, much less get to use it for tournaments and things like that.
It's also beneficial at the end of the year. You've got some of these teams that play their they come here for regionals, the Sweet 16.
And if you get 2 or 3 games here and then get your Sweet 16 game here. I know a lot of teams try to schedule play dates here and things like that.
I'm sure Danny and Nate both remember, but I can remember as a player how exciting it was to come here. I don't know about Danny because they changed this, but we used to, back when Nate and I were in school, we would come practice.
I was about to bring that up.
We would get an hour on
before.
the Saturday morning prior to, and we always look forward to that so much.
No, we didn't get a practice here. Our first touch of the floor was when we came out of the tunnel.
I enjoyed that Saturday because we were always early, and it would be freezing outside. And we only had 3 teams. There was JV boys, varsity boys, and varsity girls. So each of us got 20 minutes.
Correct.
So we put our varsity boys and JV boys together. And while the girls were practicing, we would run sprints just to get used to the length of the floor. And
So
we
what
thought
year
for
did they
whatever
change
reason
that?
it was springy. So we had to come down here and
everybody thought
try
they
to
could
get after
dunk when they got in here.
Danny, they probably changed it when they, JV girls really wasn't a thing back in the early 2000s, so adding them to the schedule, now they start on the prior Saturday, generally when weather allows.
Yeah, used to, 7, 8, and 9 were played at the same time on site, and that was your junior high, middle school championships. But then once the JV girls, started coming into play, they came in here too.
Bob, did your team – so that would have been – that was what year did you graduate, Adam?
2003.
It was the greatest year for high school graduates in Cullman County.
I agree.
Maybe a little biased.
So 03, you had Jared Hembry win the Joe Schultz Award. And I would
had
assume
3
Vinemont
kids
won
on
county.
that team that could have won that award.
Vinemont won county and then got runner-up in the state
They did.
that year.
Well, I was in 3rd grade.
Sadie's wide open for the layup. Danny was a 3rd grader. That's so sweet.
Millie McBee's back in the game. She's got a one-on-one layup scenario and gets a foul on the floor. High Pond leads by 25, 2:08 to go. The next game will be JV boys, West Point versus High Pond. We had a JV boys game last night. Vinemont, they won over
Cold Springs.
Cold Springs, yeah, you're right. And then Fairview Good Hope beat Hanceville in the other JV boys game.
You go back to 2003. If you're talking the county tournament was in January of 2023.
Mm-hmm.
I would have been in China that month. That's
Really?
That's the month we went over and adopted Anna Marie.
So Nate and Adam were watching the Hembreys and McSwain's just dunk on everybody and drain
we got up,
threes.
look, we were up close and personal from the time we were 3rd graders.
And Bob was in China.
Having a much better time than we were that year. I'm sure.
High Pond still playing great D. Really aggressive.
See, one issue one place McBee has struggled a little bit has been at the foul line. I don't know if that's
I've got some
common thing or
unofficial stats here. I believe she's like 3 for 6. My scribble there, and probably definitely not accurate. I don't know much about West Point's JV boys. They're the 2 seed.
I do. They're very good.
They're very strong.
Yes.
Well, I watched Good Hope's JV boys last night. They were the 3 seed. They looked really good.
Yep.
So if West Point got them in the season, they're even better, or maybe had a better night.
West Point's JV is coached by a Cold Springs grad, Jesse Lee.
Yeah, Jesse Lee played for myself and Coach Willoughby there at Cold Springs. He was a really good player.
He was point guard, correct?
Yes, he was. He's one of the better athletes we've had come through Cold Springs probably. You know, he's not the biggest guy.
Missed that one. Sadie with the putback.
He's not the biggest guy, and y'all was talking about trying to dunk on this court. He could probably go out there and still throw it down two-handed.
3-pointer by Gregory. 2-point basket by Sadie Nail before that. 55-32 as we are under a minute to go. And it looks as if Holly Pond's going to move on and get Good Hope. That'll be Thursday at 5 o'clock with a chance to play for a JV County Championship on the line.
If I'm not mistaken, Good Hope did go undefeated in county as the 1 seed.
And their girls program has a little bit of swagger about them right now.
I don't know where that comes from.
No, don't know.
Justin doesn't have any of that.
He's tried to grow a beard. I mean, I don't know if it's doing him any favors. Do you, Adam? Millie hits both there.
That was reverse announcer jinx. I mentioned her struggling at the line, so she's going to make them both.
Emmy Walker leaves that short. Rebound Nail. McBee doesn't have to push at all. Walk it up and buy this 40 seconds out.
Oh, a little bit of contact in the corner.
Sadie with another rebound. Pulling it out.
McBee almost with a little bit of a Euro step to kind of get through the gap there. It's going to be foul number 5 on Ada Fells.
Yep, and she is out of the game.
She had a couple tough illegal screen calls early in the game. She didn't ever really get into the flow of the game.
She picked up her 3rd foul early in the 3rd, had to go to the bench.
Yeah.
And that really hurt them down low. That's when Holly Pond kind of opened the game up.
McBee misses the first.
Adam, we're going to need you to make a comment about her struggling at the line.
She gets the second.
Good adjustment.
19.6 remain.
So, yeah, I don't know how good Hope Holly Pond was during the regular season, but I would imagine we'll be in for a treat Thursday.
Yeah, I think so. When I talked to Rachel earlier this season, she said they kind of felt defeated before they even came on the floor. It was early in the year, and I think they've got some more confidence now. So there's your final, Holly Pond 58, Fairview 32. We will be back for the JV boys game of West Point and Holly Pond. See you soon.